Bada boom. What a tune that is. What a tune that is. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Very warm welcome back to my channel. My name's Heartstrike _ I'm an old man gamer, new streamer here on Twitch TV. Having a lot of fun doing it. Today we are, in fact, before we go into that, let's just premise this stream by saying I had my first COVID vaccine today. Absolutely painless, so easy, so quick. If you have the opportunity, if you can, if you call for it, get it done. All right? Just get it done. None of this bullshit. It's fake. Bill Gates is wanting to put a microchip in my head. Even if he did, who cares? He wants to watch what porn I'm looking at. Good for him. Get the sodding vaccine done. Protect everyone else. You don't care about yourself. We don't care. Protect everyone else, though. Anyway. So far so good. But this vaccine it can have side effects in certain people. And my wife did feel a bit sluggish and did have a sore arm the day after she had hers, so it did start the night before. So potentially, if I start feeling going downhill, this stream may end early. But right now, I feel fantastic. So tomorrow we're going to play by ear. If we're feeling fine, we'll do a normal stream. If I feel like shit, there might be no stream. But I'll be tweeting updates. So, today, back to the game. Yeah, we're carrying on our run in Divinity Original Sin 2 by Larian Studios. Fantastic D&D, story, fantasy, CRPG with turn-based combat. It is absolute blast. We are right at the end of Act. We're just about to start Act 2. We're sort of in the transition phase. Yeah, so it's going to be a ride. On Saturday, I played Ghost of Tsushima on my new PS5 hype. That was a whole lot of fun. I've forgotten just how wonderful that game felt to play. Not only to look at, but to feel. The combat feels so good. It's awesome. We're going to continue that. I'm trying to work out a sort of schedule. This is the main game, Divinity. Maybe I'll predominantly do this on the evening streams for when I'm doing evening. The reason I'm splitting between day and evening at the minute is because there's a lot up in there. There's vaccine, doctor's appointments. I need to take my wife on Wednesday for a hospital appointment. And we're also, hoping to be looking at houses soon to buy, so it's a bit of a mishmash. I do want to play more Ghost of Tsushima, and we definitely will. Maybe just to break this up a bit, have a rest for it and get a different sort of genre. This is a heavily strategy-based game, whereas Ghost is more action. Both excellent good stories, though, in both games. I also thinking of looking at While It's Hot. Days Gone. But not, it's just released on PC. I had it on PS4, therefore I can play it on PS5. And that is another really, really good game. So I never finished that neither. I'd quite like to maybe have a go at that. But when do I fit all these in? I'm thinking Days Gone, maybe now is a good time because it's quite hot, it's quite popular. Don't know, a lot to think about. Anyone any suggestions, then please at me on Twitter, whisper me on here. I'm happy to go with whatever people would like. So, today is DOS 2. Continuation. All right. So,
Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest.
we ended Act 1. We escaped the island on the ship, the Lady Vengeance. We have since been round, looted everywhere there is to loot, reformed our party. To refresh is myself, leader, sword and shield, tank, Sibyl, our elven rogue, dual-wielding daggers. She's got a bit of polymorph in her as well. Losa, who is our conjurer. She's human female. Conjurer, arcanist. Some predominantly in summoning, and she has pyro skills, hydro skills, and aero skills.
Deliver us from
Thane, our undead. Huntsman, archer, ranger, and he's also got some necromancer skills, which is hilarious. He also has some healing, which is even more hilarious.
Sendelius, pray to you for my seeker brethren.
This is our
Show us
party.
the path to salvation.
We had this on completing Act 1 was if you get the first chance to reset or reconfigure any points you've got for your various characters. So we generally kept the same. All I did swap out was I had Sibyl as our not thief type. I'm not doing any thief runs, but she had points in thievery which were required for lockpicking. She was our lockpick expert, used lockpicks to unpick chests and such. And I had Fane, this guy, with the lucky charm. Points in that, because that's very useful and it's shared party wide. However, there was a trick in this game, because lockpicks can be fairly scarce. There's a lot of chests and doors that do require lockpicks.
Pray to you for my seeker brethren.
So quite often we get to a stage where the Bale can't pick it because there's no locks, and we miss out, or need to go back. Fane, being a skeleton,
hear my prayer. Show us the way forward.
has bony fingers, which also double as lockpicks. So we respect the lucky charm points out of him and put them into Sibyl, and took the thievery points of Sibyl and put them into Fane. Therefore, we can lockpick anywhere that we are the level to do, and it doesn't cost us a thing. No lockpicks wasted. Little tip and trick there for you. That's generally all we did. So, again, inventory is full of a lot of crap. We're going to have to sell a lot when we get to a vendor. So I do believe the next part of the quest is to speak to this ship's figurehead now, who will hopefully get the ship moving to our next destination.
The figurehead looms ahead, continuing its silent watch over the seas.
Sing the song from the tomb you found. The tome you found below decks.
The deck beneath you groans and trembles, like the ship itself is awaking
Here we
from
go.
a slumber. A deep sigh emerges, unmistakably the sound of a living being.
The deck beneath you groans and trembles like the ship itself is awakening from a slumber. A deep sigh emerges, unmistakably the sound of a living being.
You are not the witch. You are not Dallas.
The ship is made of elven live wood and was controlled by a spell under Dallas, the evil baddie. We've now got this spell. Just give me a second, chat. Camera just seemed a bit high up. Okay, bit better. Continue.
You sang the song. Now you must decide my fate. Are you to be my new master?
Nobody's master. Answer that you are no slaver. You wish for the ship to be free, and hope that it will help you in return.
You are kind, but I can never be free again. Not truly. I am a vessel and must be guided. Let me take you wherever you wish. We can depart as soon as you are ready.
Say that you want to know more about the ship.
Ask. I am here to serve in all ways.
Note that you heard that live wood came only from ancestor trees of the elven homeland, but those forests were sacrificed in the wars of the previous generation.
Sacrifice must be made willingly. Our home was stolen from us. Magisters destroyed our way of life to end the war they started. Then they uprooted me and they tore me apart and turned me into this monstrosity.
Remark that whatever spirit resides in this wood must have had previous existence. Can you remember anything?
The creaking of the ship eases into a contemplative silence.
Once, I was an elf. I passed away and was reborn as an ancestor tree in a beautiful forest surrounded by kin of both flesh and root. But that time has passed. I saw that forest reduced to a dead place. Then I was taken away. My memories were lost like the leaves from my branches.
Okay, prepare to sail.
Of course. Wherever there is sea, I will endeavor to bring you. Consult with your companions and set a course.
The ship's awake. Good. Is she ready to sail?
Tell Malady the ship is active and ready to
A
sail.
slow, toothless smile stretches across her face.
To driftwood, then.
Here we go then. Dangerous waters lie ahead. Be sure you've chosen keen travel companions, for this may be your last chance to change your party. We're good. It's
It
time.
most certainly is. Forward.
The three of us don't have a source point.
With the sun on their backs and the wind in their sails, the God-Woken watched Fort Joy shrink behind them.
What a place Fort Joy was.
But their capture of the Lady Vengeance had not gone unnoticed.
Uh-oh. Ship battle. Pirates.
I respect your mettle, sorcerers. You steal my ship, kill my bishop, and ally with demons, but you have no idea what you're really dealing with.
We are ready, mistress.
Look at Dallas. Hit points and armor. You can't possibly fight that.
Yes, but are they?
I swear, mistress. I swear they'll perform admirably.
He's got twice as many hit points as I.
Very well. Show me. Goodbye, sorcerers. This is my ship. I won't see it taken from under my feet. You act!
Oh, for the love of the void. Listen up. We can't win this one, but I can get us to safety. You'll need to buy me time.
You're right, we can't win it. So buy you time.
Show us what you can do, God-Woken.
God-Woken. Parasites, rather.
I'll take care of it, mistress. You fight with such fire.
So,
Let's make it.
Stop that elf! Her sorcery must be silenced!
they said we can't win it, which clearly we can't after looking at them. So we have to protect Malady. Have to give her long enough to do what she has to do. Has to be the focus of this fight. But already, fiery malediction. A magical bomb was attached to this character and will go off when status expires. Blows up your target. Right. Okay. So we have to protect Malady. Okay, right, let's do an incarnate. So we'll have to face all attackers. Physical armor, physical... Right, I think we want... maybe one physical, one magic armor. Do a fire one for the magic. Power infuse. Farsight infuse. Okay, it's his turn. Being path interrupted. Okay, Sibyl. Now, so we need to think of this battle differently. It's not full frontal attack to try and kill everyone. It's all about protecting Malady. What's the best way to use Sibyl's talent? See, get close and then turn these ones without physical armor, like him, the silent monks, into chickens. Maybe we should wait until they come up here to us. Keep them close all around Malady might be better. Interesting. Sleeping, so he missed the turn. He's all physical. I'm going to pass her turn. Keep her close to turn, so do another incarnate, a physical one this time. Put him there. Power infuse. Far sight. And this guy just working shredding their armor. Fane. See, I want you up here, but Fane has to have the high ground. Get him over here, can I? Wonder if I can move him. This is a gamble. The opportunity. Yeah, we can get him up here now. Good. There's only 1 AP left. Do just chuck this oil barrel off.
Boring.
I just picked it up.
I need more time.
Well over his inventory now. This dude.
Bring her to her knees. Do it!
Oh, come on. I need more time.
You will not take me again, Dallas.
What? Okay, look, so you're crippled and you're standing on fire. So how far did your teleport reach? Not far enough. Just do resto on yourself. Well, look at this boon of vengeance. Well, that's new. Can't move and that sucks. I don't know why Gareth is firing at them up there. The mission is to protect her. Take Melody at all costs. Right, Sabille. Now, this is where I'm glad I kept you here. Let's work on shredding some armor. Do your flesh sacrifice. Adrenaline. Shred this armor down. So we can start actually... Took the armor off, nice. She's nearly dead. Okay. Applying knockdown to this guy. He misses his turn. Remember, it's all about protecting Melody. Ben, you're gonna have to drop that bloody oil barrel. Work on this one's armor now. Oh, misclicked. What a complete waste. Oh, damn it. Right, fire incarnate. Working on this one. Physical we want. Yeah, brought him out his invisibility. Physical incarnate, work on this one. Can knock him down. Misses his turn. Lewis is dead. Yeah, he's trying to sneak round and flank Melody this side.
Get over here and stop these idiots before we all die.
Silence the demon!
Ah, he slips on the ice, he's not down.
Don't stop. It's working.
He had magic armor, that's surprising. Okay, Sabille. Let's turn this one into a chicken.
Let's see how it suits you.
Let's do... Fortify on low Sabille. Do enrage on me. And a bit closer. Oh yeah, he's got how do we cure that? I also don't know how we cure that. Shackles of pain. Let's do that on this weaponized monk. And when I blow up, he's going to take a hell of a lot of pain. Or at least shred his armor. Darn it. I'm the fire. No, it's the physical one, right? Just keep attacking this. Chicken's just useless. He's slowed, thankfully. Another turn each. We should be okay, I think. Backstab. Shred that armor. Come on. Put him to sleep. Still got physical armor, so I can't knock him down yet. Let's just work on shredding it. Nice crit hit there. 9. I wonder if this will let me now. It did. Sorry about that, chat. Just get rid of the idiots and the idiot bots in chat. Ben, now you did explode. That must have done damage to this one. I think it did. Keep working on it. Potion for you. Heal yourself a bit. Physical. If anything, these just act as a great distraction. He can't move now without attack of opportunity. Just like that. Uh-oh.
Focus! Stop her sorcery!
Remember, we just don't need to win this fight. It's all about protecting Maladin. It's done.
With the help of the
We're leveled.
half-demon Malady, the Godwoken escaped through the veil that separates life from death.
The air here has a familiar smell, like the place you grew up.
Yeah, we're back
Old
here.
memories begin to well within you,
The Hall of
but the sweet,
Echoes.
sour smell of decay suddenly punctures them.
Look around and realise you've been here
A
before.
faint creaking sounds in the distance.
This is the home of the gods.
A tree. What's hanging from it?
Source pools, nice. I don't know why I keep looking for loot in here. It's not as if I'm ever going to find any.
Must be a way across.
Just by magic.
Relic. The gods, are they dead? How can this be?
Relic's my guy.
Ralik hangs limp from the tree, cursed branches constricting him, snake-like from foot to shoulders. His helmeted head hangs slack at his side, but a barely audible wheeze rasps from his lips.
Hurry!
To the Hall of Echoes. Bless your god. The curse seems to be preventing the gods from speaking. Found the gods cursed and hanging from a spirit trees, perhaps blessing them.
As the cursed branches slither away from Ralik, he raises
That's why
his
there's
head.
all the source pool.
Green eyes glint with sudden fire from behind his helmet.
Are we the first? The others, do they hang still upon the tree?
He
You do?
strains at the ethereal ropes that bind him, resisting their grip.
You must make haste. I am bound, but not defeated. Not yet.
That's what happened here. How did the Seven come to such a fate?
This is not the work of fate. It is the work of the void. It will come for our people. It will destroy us all. You are my chosen. Now you must become the champion of our kind. The champion of humanity. I have survived our enemies. You must do more than that.
Tell me more about this enemy.
You cannot comprehend what it is, but you know full well what it wants. The void will not stop until it has devoured us all. It thinks it has defeated me, defeated all the gods. But it underestimates human might. Your might.
His eyes flash bright green. He struggles against his binds, to no avail.
You will show it. You will show them all. You have already unleashed some of the powers locked within you. But there is a great well of possibilities still untapped. You cannot stop until you ascend to the highest heights of your power. You cannot stop until you become divine.
Divine? Me? Consider this. He wants you to become the next Lucian then?
Like Lucian, you will be called to unite the powers of the Seven against the Void. Like Lucian, you will lead our proud people to preeminence. But unlike Lucian, your weakness will not lead you to foolish failure.
Ask him who or what can teach you what you need to learn.
He opens his mouth to respond, but stops and tilts his head, listening for something you cannot detect.
I hear the void. I hear it calling. I hear it laughing. It's coming. It's here. If it finds you here, if it finds you.
Rallick's face twists in fear. He opens his mouth as if to scream, but no sound comes out. White-hot cold pierces your heart like a blade. You are frozen to the spot.
Damn.
The burning cold pumps through you like a curse, and then...
What's happened here? Where is everyone?
I guess they all experienced their own gods.
Well, at least they added a shrub to the ghastly place.
Lady Vengeance seems to be
I'm not
empty.
sure, Quercus. I rather
The
like
Hall of Echoes, my god was near death, an omen of end times. I must develop my power, become divine, and defeat the void. You know the game really starts. First 20 odd hours were just tutorial. So let's talk to everyone.
The same troubled look is visible on each face. You've seen the gods beaten and defiled, strung up as a warning.
If the void truly is causing all of this and it seems to be growing more powerful, we have to get out of here and find
I had
answers.
dreams of what I should say if I saw the Seven Lords once more. But that was a nightmare.
Gods, schmods. They aren't interested in me, and I'm not interested in them. It seems whatever's inside me is more powerful than any of them anyway. Or at least more cunning.
What can yet be blessed, can yet be restored. One way or another, divinity will survive. Through all of you, and all of me.
Alright. We've all leveled, so we're going to go and do our points in a second. Is there anything lootable on here? Looter that I am. Except for fish barrels and nonsense like that. But downstairs, what about everyone that was down there? Literally is empty. That dude's gone. What was his name? Tarquin or whatever. What about Alexander, who was a prisoner at the back? This is our respec mirror. Malady's there. Oh, all the groovy gang
Where
are in
have you
here.
been? I can't keep this up much longer. We need to go.
You have some questions.
There's no time. I can't hold us here. Brace yourself. This might hurt.
Didn't say I was ready.
The chill of the Hall of Echoes clung to the Lady Vengeance as it returned to the shores of Reaper's Coast. The Godwoken were alive, but what of the gods?
And with that, welcome to Act 2.
Solid ground materializes beneath your feet. Your weight falls back into your body all at once, and bright sunlight stings your eyes.
We now have in Act 2 this music playing in the background. It's a tune. Every time you board the Lady Vengeance, come back to it, it'll play this tune. It is epic tune. It is awesome. It's a real kind of feel-good tune.
As your eyes adjust, you realize you're still aboard the Lady Vengeance. A gust of fresh sea air caresses you, and warm sunshine prickles your skin.
One moment, please. Just a moment.
Malady explodes in a fit of retching that racks her
Source.
body. At last, she sneezes and expels a glob of something shiny and silver onto the deck. It wriggles quickly off the siding and plummets into the sea with a splash.
Still there.
Better. Let's not do that again anytime soon, hmm?
That's exactly what happened.
Well, we needed to escape, didn't we? So I took us the one place I was quite certain Dallas couldn't follow.
Yeah, we had to escape. It's impossible to win that actual fight we were in.
I suppose you recognized the Hall of Echoes from those visions you'd had before. Realm of the dead, realm of divinity. I do hope you learned something useful on our little field trip.
Till you're not sure, you met one of the gods again and seemed desperate.
Desperate how?
Describe to her everything you saw.
I see. So, your god seemed uncharacteristically frightened, told you the void was coming, and that only you could ascend to divinity, after which you felt a cold deep within you. Well then, it sounds like you need to ascend, doesn't it? And quickly.
She inspects her fingernails with great attention, then looks up at you from under an arched eyebrow.
Did they mention how you were meant to become the next divine?
I admit they were somewhat vague on that point.
Luckily for you, Mama Malady is here to help. We already know you can bless, but as far as I know, you can neither see source nor take it as you see fit. I may not know much about divinity, but I do know that any god-woken worth their salt will know how to perform all these so fantastic feats. You need to go see the Meister.
Where can we find this Meister?
She's got one of those things in Driftwood. You know, the building where people go and they do things inside of it? A home, that's it. She's got a home in Driftwood. Give me your map. There you are. Tell her I sent you and she'll handle the rest. You're at the beginning of a long journey, Godwoken. Long, but exceedingly interesting.
I love Melody. She's just so, yeah, get on with it, yeah.
Now, I must be going, and so must you.
How do we get to shore?
By our faithful little sloop, of course. We can all ride together. Won't that be terribly fun?
Where are you off to?
Shopping. Before you go, if I'm not back by the time you find out where our journey takes us next, you can call me back here. Tell the ship. She'll know how to summon me. And in the unlikely case you don't manage to do whatever it is you'll need to do to become what you need to become, you could call me, but I would be grateful if it doesn't come to that.
All right. We're gonna have that source first. Okay, let's talk to
Nowhere safe.
Squirrel.
Red-robed lunatics at sea, those void-woken seedlings in the swamp. It all points to the great acorn. It's coming, Quercus! What if it's too late, hmm? What if the Knights of Dre are too far ahead in their plans?
Knights of Dre,
At
who are
least
they?
here, our shield's ignorance can be forgiven, Quercus. The Knights of Dre do not go out of their way to boast about their existence. You know their order, my friend. Mystic Squirrel Knights, sworn to the great acorn, trying to bring about its return.
Yeah.
The squirrel absent-mindedly runs a paw over Quercus's spine. The air fills with the sound of soft, dusty purring.
They plan to inherit the everlasting forest, once the acorn drops, and the world is rid of all giants. They believe that only the arboreal will, and should, survive.
How do you intend to combat such a nefarious plan?
I don't know. I am trying, of course. But how does one battle a power like the Great Acorn? The Knights of Dre are a dangerous, dangerous order. Lunatics, a single-minded devotion to bringing about the end of the world. Together, Quercus, we can develop some magic to save us from the Great Acorn, if our shield can keep us alive. Yes, it has done an admirable job so far. It certainly lasted longer than I thought it would.
He's talking about me as the party. We're his shield.
But does it understand that we could be wiped out at any moment? Does it understand the risk?
Well, you understand more than he seems to.
Idiot, Quercus. Still, it would be a shame to see any harm come to it. Here's a little something I uncovered in my research.
Are you actually going to give us something?
The squirrel reaches out and touches your ankle, sending a hot flush rippling through your body. Your mind's eye sees new potential spells swirling before it.
Now, listen carefully, Shield. The plan is thus. Do not die.
Well, you're screwed then, aren't you?
If the shield can hold up its end of the bargain, we might just have a chance to complete our research. We might make it yet, Quercus.
Lead fire skill book. So we did get something from him, finally. Half the time you just want to launch him into the ocean. But I'm dying to see where this story ends. The only time I've done a proper playthrough of this was right at the start, and this character wasn't in it then. So, be interesting, right? Powerful Awakening. Malady sent us to Driftwood in search of Meister Siva and the Seekers. The Meister can tell us how to proceed. Find Sahela's people. That's right, we're on the mainland now. We should look out for tribal elves on Reaper's Coast. They want to know that Sahela was in Fort Joy. Lone Wolf Roost Anlon prowls the region. Sabile is on the hunt. Part of our story. I landed on Reaper's Coast on my quest to fulfill my potential. I found the Void Woken, emboldened, and the Divine Order divided following Dallas' succession. So where's that skill he just gave us? Why is he taking the pyramid from... We didn't have it on, was it Fane? Music is awesome. You didn't give us any skill. bleeding fire, wasn't it? Nope. I think you're at it, game. Alright. Let's do a quick save. Let's do our upgrades. Be a sec, chat. Right. So, how are we doing on memory? Probably could do with another slot. Stabile, she's got a spare slot. Losa's got 2. Bane's got 1. I'd say give myself 1 memory. No, that was Fane. Swear this UI. God damn it. Oh. Give myself 1. Strength. And you think warfare? Actually, 2 arrow for a teleportation. Hold on. Sparking swings. Receive sparking swing status. This causes your melee attacks to create a spark projectile that bounces off the initial target to hit the closest enemy. Only costs 1. I've got warfare, so if I put a point in pyro, I can have that. Never used that before. Because we use our melee attacks anyway. Let's do it just to try it. We'll see what happens with that. I've never seen it before, so. Okay. That's me, Sibyl. Roll your skills finesse based. The bonus. Yep. So definitely one in finesse. We should damage. Maybe a bit of con. Bit of con, give you a bit more protection. And increases damage and dodging. Sabotage. If target character is carrying grenades or arrows, a random one explodes in their entry. Now that's fine if you're a ranged character. She's very close quarters combat, so we can see her backstabbing someone, then boom, she's going to get hit as well. So I'm not so bothered about that. Maybe increase the poly. Gives a free attribute point. More finesse, why not? She's a great armor ripper now with those daggers. Losa. Intelligence. One more con. Have a look. Generally all intelligence, as you would expect from an arcanist. Yeah, but one more con. Give you a bit more protection. She's got 3 hydro, but 2 of those points are from gear she's wearing. Think. Sorry about that. Summoning. I want to get the summon maxed up to 10. Thane, we've already used 1 point as we saw. I think yours are all finesse based. Finesse and intelligence. Now then. See, these necro skills are good because he heals for the more damage does he heal using those spells, those skills. He heals from it. That adds a bonus to the high ground damage. Might just put it in ranged. Yeah, because there are quite a few situations we can't get to high ground. That'd be handy. Alright, we're all done. Right. See what's on this ship. It's the usual junk. This is the dude if we want to hire
I've plenty of fighters for
companions.
hire. Experts in blades, bows, and bewitchment. Oh, I see you have a full
Yes. Gareth.
She's something, all right. I question Siva's trust in her, but Malady's usefulness is self-evident. As Lucian said, you will be eternally gifted when you act in my name.
Ask what his plans are.
Paradise awaits, my friend. Not an actual paradise, of course. I don't think there's such a place in all of Rivellon. Paradise Downs. My parents still sow the soil there. And if the Order hadn't called me to its ranks, I'd still call their farm my home. I miss it. I miss them. They've been forever understanding of my duty. But I admit, I've been neglectful. I have some wrongs to right.
You really have to quote Lucian so
Only
often.
as often as I need his guidance, Godwoken. When I invoke Lucian's words, I invoke his deeds too. He stood for the defenseless when the Black Ring rose up. For all of us. For my mother, my father.
Gareth's nostalgia lasts for just a moment longer. He composes himself, clears his throat, and waits for your next question.
He's just one big paladin, Gareth, isn't he? I don't know what's next for you, what's next for me.
I expect Malady has an answer to that. It seems she's got it all in hand.
Oh, we got new skills. Earthquake. Deal damage and knockdown. Creates 8 random oil surfaces within the area. I'll do my own people. That's good. Restore 25 physical armor for 3 turns. We get that as a healing thing for Fane. Good ranged one. Supply slowed. Reactive armor.
You can put a price on the warriors I have for hire, but you can't.
Everyone in the area, including yourself. No. Let's attack. Jump. Ah, this could be the movement one. Perhaps right. What is lacking? Jump from one target to another, hitting up to 2 targets. Dealing 25 to 30 physical to each.
No one's ever
Targets are chosen randomly in a 10-meter radius. Not sure about the randomness. Reflective barrier. Projectiles that hit you are reflected back at the caster. This does not prevent the original projectile effect. Provides 82 physical armor. Okay. Expensive. Rage of God, Battlestorm. Phoenix Dive. Leap through the air towards a target position, creating a fire surface upon landing. 13-meter range. See, that's a movement one for me. I might get that. Provoke. Thick of the fight. Gain the 10% damage boost for every nearby character or totem. Two memory slots. Do you know, I might get Phoenix Dive. What have we got to spend? We've got quite a bit. I can sell these skill books we're not going to use. What else were we looking at?
I've got sword fighters, mages, archers.
I don't have geo points in any other character, so that would be handy for
if the price is right.
Sibilla Losa. No, I don't think. No, I think that'll do us. We'll look at other vendors.
Whatever type of companion you need, I can provide.
That'll do. Actually, anything else you want to sell? It's got a lot of gold. See, I ain't going to be using all this. Just clogging up inventory space.
Expert warriors for hire, all seasoned in combat. They won't let you down.
These can be used for crafting. Testings, I mean. These skill books. Probably sell one teleportation. You already know that. We never did destroy a soldier.
You can put
Right.
a price on the warriors I have for hire, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll win.
So I'm going to learn this skill. Phoenix die. Just need space for it now. So one tremor might take this out. Cost 3 AP. Yeah, not really a fan. We'll put in Phoenix Dive. At least that gives me a movement skill. I haven't had any. 13 meters, that's good.
No one ever regretted having extra help in a fight. I'll guarantee you that. Allies for hire.
See, I could equip this now. It'll use a source point. Shoot a stunning bolt of lightning that forks up to 8 times in an 8-meter radius. It's quite high damage. Maybe we can have it on the bar. Could have fireball. That's tempted, but I mean her other source skill, Maddening Song,
Whatever type of companion
don't really use
I
that.
can provide.
Yeah, I mean it's an option.
Expert warriors for hire, all seasoned in combat. They won't let you down.
Fane, seeing as how we gave you an extra slot. May as well use what we can. We'll put that infected back in, but
You can put a
it's
price
pretty
on the warriors
garbage.
I have for hire, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll win.
You have to be careful with that. Nearby characters doesn't say enemy characters. So
No one's ever regretted having extra help
what's the wee
in a
man?
fight.
Hello again.
That's twice now you've saved my skin. And I think it's time to start repaying the favours. I could fetch some stuff you need, maybe. Ma always said I was a great runner.
Ah, scavenger. Okay. Plenty of empty potion bottles now. Well, let's do... These wooden figurines, why would we want that? Pixie dust.
Sure thing. I'll start hunting that down right away. Don't wait up.
Nice.
I have for hire, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll win.
So here's the boat to take us off. Have a quick talk to the ship.
Reaper's Coast lies nearby. When you are ready to sail elsewhere, I shall bring you there.
Asked to hear more about how you came to be this way.
Wood of the sacred ancestor trees has long been coveted for its ability to resist magical attacks. The consciousness of the elf within was always lost when they were uprooted, though. I am different. I think and feel. It is the work of freedmen. Dallas wanted more than a sheep. She wanted a warrior slave who was bound to obey. So Friedemann used source magic to keep me alive as I was torn apart and rebuilt. He made me feel every moment of agony, then marked my wood with a slave scar. When I was an ancestor tree, the mother tree demanded loyalty also, but at least I was one of many. Now I am alone.
Damn. What are you going up there for? Alright then, here's Tarquin.
I hadn't realized I was in such illustrious company when we met before. Most fascinating, the things I've been hearing about you.
What have you heard?
That you're, how did Malady put it again? A god-woken. Yes, that's it. Quite remarkable if it's true.
Does this change your opinion?
Tarquin pauses, taking you in. Genial smile and calculating eyes.
You make me sound so mercenary.
You are.
I'm merely pleased to learn that my new friend has such great things awaiting him in the future.
Okay.
Both wise and well-mannered. You'll go far, I'm sure. And I do hope I get to watch.
Many on board the ship died during recent ordeals. How did he survive?
Why, it was your ally, Malady, who spared me. She claimed that I might be of some use yet. Rather flattering to enjoy the favor of such a powerful being.
What do you have? No, this is going to be the main guy we trade with, I think. See what's new. Summon Fire Slug. Yeah. Black Shroud. Create a cloud of smoke in the area, setting suffocating and blind. Bone Cage. Music. What a tune. Increases physical armor by 41 and another 41 for each corpse in the area around you. Ah, yes. Raise a walking pile of bones which can consume corpses to restore vitality. Receive a stacking damage buff. Stats of the summons will depend on caster level and summoning ability. So not necessarily necro. So Fane's our necro guy. Gonna say unless you put 2 points of necro in Losa, but she's got enough. Many different things, but she's the main summoner. I kinda do want that because I think any summons on the battlefield is such a good thing to have in battles. Takes the focus off you a lot of the time, but don't want to have to put summoning into Fane as well. Maybe later. It's a bit pricey now just for that. Death Wish. Target character receives a damage bonus equal to the percentage of their missing vitality. Living on the edge. 2 turns you can't. Your health can't be reduced below 1 point. Okay, what about weapons? Hang on, is this the crap I sold him? Damn, there's an upgrade. I'd lose 2 finesse and 1 huntsman. Nah. Got these daggers. $908. We can get a better dagger than that. If that was finesse and dual wield, then yeah. Oh, I'm going to take 2 knockdown arrows. They're very handy. The armor, wow. Wow. Strength, warfare, geo, all 3 of my. I have to take that. That's for me. Strength, warfare, necro. Oh my god. Have to remember, we will find stuff in town. We don't need to buy everything. Oh, that's for Losa. Intelligence, Hydro, +2 summoning. 3,483. That is a legendary. Shit, that's good. So tempted. Just. I'm just looking for anything spectacular that stands out like that. That will match a character perfectly. Right. That's incredible for Losa. She needs 12 strength, and if I replace this, she'd lose 2 strength. Alright, maybe later then. We shall resist. In the meantime, some interesting stuff there. Anyway, I got a hell of a good helmet. Send the arrows to Fane. I think they should automatically go in his... Must remember they're in his bag now. Yeah. Lose 1 summoning, but 1 strength, 1 warfare, 1 geo. Hell of a good. What about Losa then? +1 summoning for her. We have to keep an eye on the strength though. This doesn't suit her at all, does it? That puts her summoning up to 7. Nice. 3 and 12. No, I'm not going to put it for sale. I'm going to keep that because if Sabine loses her gear with the strength in it, she can't wear her helmet. So next level up, we'll have to put a point in strength for Losa. Let's remember that. Let's go below decks. Storage chest. Anyone down here? Don't look like it. Will these two even speak?
As you approach, the silent monk cocks it.
What would happen if we just killed them? Right. Nothing new here. Right. Let's get off this ship. And we are going to go to Reaper's Coast and start officially, properly, Act 2. In 2-3 minutes. I'm just going to have a quick bio break chat, stretch my legs, and then we'll carry on with this magnificent story. Hang tight for now, and I'll see you soon. Okay, we back. We all good? Right then. Act 2. Boom. That was a quick crossing. To talk to Sibyl.
Here we are. Reaper's Coast. We made it.
She looks pensive. Something on your mind?
The hunt. Like always. To be God-woken is all well and good, but above all, I've yet to find the Master. Somewhere further inland, Roost Anlon breathes. All I have to do now is pick up his scent and make his last breath worth my while.
It's gonna be so good when we catch up with this guy. He's so intense. Right. We got loot. Okay. What I remember, this is a big ass map. I think it's the largest of the out of the 4 acts. Poison. Fish. What's went on here then? Which way shall we go? Right. All poison down here, so I want to be careful. We did find a waypoint. What's this?
The angelic figure stands upon a mosaic that depicts a dragon or a leviathan.
Touch the globe.
You feel weightless, as if lifted by a silent wind. For just a moment, your mind is free of wonder and worry.
It's a travel point. Does herb? Absolutely. It's just all poisoned fish and stuff, so let's go back up. And we'll go around this way. Okay. Void tainted crimson bream. I'm not going to eat that because it's void tainted. We're smelly.
A dying shark lies gasping on the sand, bleeding from the mouth and gills. It turns its dark and soulless eyes to you. Its bloody gills open in search of water, but find only air.
Offer to drag it back into the water.
It gasps in the air, struggling for the breath to speak. Its own blood froths at its mouth.
No! Die here! Monsters in the water! Monsters in the deep!
Now, this is a shark, right? We're not supposed to feel that sorry for it. You know, if it was going to die, then so be it. They're supposed to give it an evil kind of voice, aren't they? Not that kind of voice which lures you, makes you think, oh, that dude's alright. Remarked by its blood-stained teeth in the sea, it should have little to fear.
Monsters bigger! More and more growing!
Offered to put it out of its misery.
It looks at you with its cold, flat eyes as if to say, do what you will. Then it turns away and gets back to drowning in the bloody sunshine. It looks at you with its cold, flat eyes as if...
Alright. Pain. Keep forgetting what boat is Fane using. No, 3 to 4 air as well as physical. Okay. Sorry, shark. Oh well, we get the leg of someone he's eaten. Sibyl, what can you tell us?
A boy at swim. Your name is Joe. You're 9. You're brave. You're off to
3000
see your
XP.
mum. A shadow moves below you. A jagged vice closes on your thigh and pulls you down. Water fills your lungs. Blood billows.
Boy at swim, your name is Joe. You're 9. I don't feel sorry for the shark now. Hide and seek. The boy swam out in search of Fort Joy and his mother. We found his leg in the shark's belly. Oh man. Sure, I want these fish. Right. So we did round here to there, then we stopped and came back. I've come round this way. Okay. So just poison fish along in there. Shell. What the? Okay, we're just going to casually move up here. So there's something going on there. Let's just check this area for any secrets. Dead civilian. Where's this fight?
What happened here?
You know what? The source up there.
That Void Woken had someone in its claws.
Well, where did all these appear from? With no armor. Volatile one. I mean, he'll explode. Oh yeah, fire. Can you do a source incarnate now? Can't reach that one. I mean, it's bloody interrupted. Do an incarnate anyway. Over here. Sibyl. Didn't get very far, can you? Do flesh sacrifice and adrenaline. Yieldy backstab. Cool horns, cause why not? Now then. Oh yeah, look at that. Do a big knockdown. Huh? Oh. I was thinking of the jump skill. That was his haste skill. This is the last place I wanted to put him. Idiot. Well, we can have some fire arrows. Yeah, sorry, Fane. Necrofire. Right, Losa. We get Fane out of there. Over here. Infuse your incarnate. And that's a lot of armor. Level 7 summoning hype. Turn this one into a chicken. Nice. First aid on yourself.
Glory is mine.
They were knocked down, so they burn their turn getting up again. We'll do a fire incarnate. And knock one of them down. One more. And he does explode, so the damage killed. Kill my incarnate, thankfully, but killed the other boiling. Oh, didn't kill him, knocked him down maybe. So attack me, you die, effectively. We knock down on this one. Protect Sibyl a bit. So that's doing courage. So that dazzling bolt spreads to allies as well. I'll have to watch that.
Prepare yourself.
Nice. What's left? The chicken one. Bada boom. Electrified blood. So I'm gonna have to watch that with Fane's bow. Get Fane to get this source. So it's just Losa now, who's sourceless for the time being. Severed head. Okay, so we're starting to come into town now, I think. There's nothing over here, was there? Looking for secrets. It's the way we came. Secrets. That's the path up from there. Okay. Is there anything this way? Ah, another source pool there. What's that?
Not happening. No, it's not true. Can't be true.
What happened here?
Alright, so we've all got source. Quick save. Ooh, smoke grenade.
Not real. Not happening. No, it's not true. Can't be true.
Dead bull. Intestines. Void tainted disembodied hand. Disembodied hand. Severed head. Whoa. Augmenter. Hang on. What's augmenter? Is it just a mushroom or something? Strength +1. Okay. Well, hopefully that we'll be able to do some sort of potion with that then. Dead dwarf. With tainted arm.
Not happening.
Key. Magister.
Not true. Can't be true.
We'll look at them in a minute.
No, no, no. Can't be real. Not real. Not happening.
Right. I'm going to eat all these, but because they're all void tainted, I'm a bit worried about it.
Warm red wine flows down your throat. The languor of a tavern evening soothes you. Suddenly, shrieks rend the night. The Magisters have come. Warm red blood flows down your face.
Nice.
No, it's not true. Can't be true.
Eloisa was the prettiest girl, not to others, but to you. Her luminous eyes shone brighter than the moon. The day you collared her for Fort Joy, you wept every tear you had. You never cried again. You remember a cold childhood in a no-hope fishing town, bullied mercilessly by a dwarf named Lohar. With no other prospects, you sign up as a magister, eager for the power denied you all your life.
No, no.
From the dark, you stare up at the thin slivers of light visible between the floorboards. Shadows ripple across the slivers, accompanied by heavy footsteps, Magister footsteps. Wood creaks above your head. One of them has paused. Your breath catches in your throat as you wait for him to move along. But the hatch is suddenly yanked open. Light floods you, blinding and accusatory. You hear only one gruffly barked word before the hands seize you. Gotcha! You twist your head around as the Magisters haul you away. Your wife and two boys stand in the doorway, helpless. You commit their faces to memory one last time. Wendy cries out something to you. You tell yourself it was, "I love you," or "We'll wait for you." But the truth is, you didn't catch it. The farm recedes from view behind you.
So this is obviously prisoners' caravan that's been attacked. They were going to send these to Fort Joy, probably.
Work, work, work. That's all there was in Driftwood for a dwarf like you. Until you got involved in the anti-magister resistance. Then, the work was still there, but also purpose. Purpose worth dying for.
Not real. Not happening.
Collared by magisters in the far north, you were force-marched to this foreign land. A moment of hope as a grinning dwarf removes your source collar. Seconds later, void-woken death.
Damn.
No, no, no!
So Sabine must have put on 3 stone in weight.
Sorcerers and climb onto the caravan without complaint. As you settle onto the bench, you offer Ralik's blessings to the Magister Guard. He offers only a bleary-eyed stare of disinterest in return, before shoving the chained sorcerers aboard. As you watch them cower, you cannot help but feel annoyance. After all, don't they know they're going to be saved?
Saved, yeah. Oh.
Not happening. No,
Did Sabine just get fortified? Dead. Awesome. I was going to buy that for her. Or Losa. Oh, that's so good.
Can't be real. Not real. Not happening. No, it's not true. Can't be true.
Right, is that all the body parts? We'll sell that. And that.
No, no, no.
And them.
Can't be real. Not real. Not happening.
Oh my god.
No.
Losa. 53 magic armor. Oh, it's chest. There it is. The one that would take out off the strength which we need for her. So I'm not going to, thankfully, that's only a slight upgrade to what she's already got.
Not happening.
Now it's called Coat of Conjuring, so you'd assume it would have summoning bonuses to it, but this has got pyrotechnic. Doesn't really make sense, that.
No, no, no. Can't be real. Not real. Not happening. No, it's not true. Can't be true.
I've just realised I've got the crappiest chest armor out of everyone.
No. Can't be real. Not real. Not happening.
Do you know what? I'm going to equip that. Oh, it requires intelligence 12. Okay.
Can't be true.
Right, we'll save it.
No, no, no. Can't be real.
I'll speak to you in a second.
Not happening.
Right, Fane, with your new skills, can you lockpick this now?
Can't be true.
Yeah. Knockdown arrow.
No, no, no.
Two-handed, we're not using. 2 strength, 1 con, 1 two-handed, 1 hydro. Bloody
Not
hell.
happening. No, it's not
All right.
true. Can't be true.
Get out.
White as driftwood salt, the dwarf flinches at your approach, yet she holds a short, clean blade aloft. Her fierce stance can't hide the trembling of her fingers.
Back, back. Magister, I'll kill you, just like the rest of them.
You recognise the signs of her current state. Tell her she's in shock.
She slumps, all bravado draining from her.
No, 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 no. I've never seen anything like those beasts before. Are they gone?
Beast, does she mean Voidwoken?
Those? Yes. Worst ones I've ever seen. Ripped through the Magisters. The dwarves. Dead. 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 And the sorcerers. Sorcerers. Gone.
You see no sorcerer's bodies. Ask what happened to them.
Her eyes stare vacantly into the distance.
Sibyl
glassy
just
as
ate them.
marbles. It's not cold, yet her shivering is relentless.
I don't know. I don't know. Old Duna's beard. Lohar. My boss Lohar will want to know what happened to them, but I can't remember.
What were you doing here for Lohar?
Helping sorcerers. We thought we could help them against the Magisters, but...
Raise an eyebrow. Surely she can remember what happened.
No. No, I don't know. I don't know.
Damn. Shake her and demand she reveals what she knows.
Oh, Seven Sympathy. I saw those things.
Wow.
Dragging the sorcerers along the cliffs towards the Wreckers' caves. No more. It's gone.
She flinches at the slightest rustle of wind through the long grass. Terror in her eyes, she stumbles away from you.
Well then.
Looky here, folks.
There'll be loot down there. There's bound to be something on this beach. Right, let's go down here first.
Looky here, folks.
That kid's voice is up here, isn't it? Yeah. Not doing that just yet. It's a sack. Oh, yes. Well. There has to be some sort of secret along here. Surely. Fish rack. Fish by any chance? Yes. Poisoned fish. No thanks. Right. So there's an area over here. Ah, Meister's house. That's where we need to head to. Whoa, that looks intense. Right. Okay. We have chickens.
The kid
Hinge.
is whistling an off-key tune as he strolls about shiftily. He raises an eyebrow at your approach, but says nothing.
What's he up to?
Ain't up to out. Just looking for someone. Seen Ben Mesd.
Oh, it's Stefan. We saw him in the past, but he's not here.
Too bad.
The kid shoves his hands in his pockets and ambles off, resuming his tuneless whistling.
That's probably Stefan's storyline.
Be grateful that you don't feel the need.
Did. Legendary. Talk about Lucky Charm. Salmon pie. Finesse 12. That's +2 Lucky Charm. If anyone needs physical, it's Sabine. Fane. Yeah, that'd be better for Fane, actually. And he's got the finesse for it. Looking damn fine there, son. We can sell then. Chooks. We have Pet Pal.
Did you hear? The eggs are gone. Gone for good. No one to keep them warm. No one to keep them safe.
What happened to your eggs?
Not my eggs, our eggs. All the family, all the eggs, every last one. Big Marge, sir. Big Marge will tell you everything.
Big Marge. Little Grimlet. Ok, babok. Brown, you can usually speak to animals. Respond in kind, Bok. Interesting. Little Loretta.
Eggy, Eggy, gone, gone. Baby Eggy, gone for good. Help! Help!
This game is nuts.
Help!
Excuse me. How can we help?
Marge! Marge knows. Marge!
Well, this Big March, but anything up here? No. Talk to Big March.
I saw! They were stolen! The babies! The eggs! Something took them!
I'm just imagining the voice actor for this had to read it. You have to sound like an eccentric chicken. Brilliant. What happened?
Horror! Thief! Horrible thief! It came in the night! It took the eggs! It scrambled away fast!
What did the thief look like?
Big! Big as a cow! Big as a house! And many, many legs! Too many!
Where did the creature run off to?
If I showed you, you could bring them back! You could bring them back! Show
Sure.
In a flurry of feathers, she leaps up and picks a small hole in your map.
That's where they are. I went after my babies. I saw where they went. But they've changed so much, much. Much! Bring them back!
This game, dude, I tell you, it's absolutely nuts, and I love it. Honey? Nice. So we can make stuff there. So, where's that empty honey jar? We can part. Okay.
You ever think about running off, like Barmby and Sandy?
Okay.
Hell no. You know what Raymond would do if he caught us?
Magisters.
Stick with me, kid. I won't steer you wrong.
The lost eggs are down there.
Running off, like Barmby and Sandy.
Welcome to Drift.
Get yourself in check, boy. I won't have you running off like Millicent and Tully. You'll just end up sliding down some Voidwoken's gross gullet, piece by piece.
The older-looking Magister notices your presence. He wipes his grubby hands downward across his greaves, as if to wipe away the grime, but instead smears more dirt onto them.
Halt! What word do you bring?
Tell him you bring bad tidings. Dead magisters and dwarves at a wrecked caravan outside town.
His face goes pale, and his eyes open wide. The Magister that greeted you remains stiff, as if enduring a harsh wind.
The Voidwoken come.
Hush, Fader. You may pass, traveller. Dare say you'll be aching to leave before long anyway. But before you do, find Raymond, the White Magister. He'll want to know what you've seen. Be quick, mind. He's set to sail any moment.
He nods his head in the direction of the bridge, but offers no other instructions.
As long as you stay put.
I was wondering why isn't he attacking us? But we're not in Fort Joy anymore, are we?
Them sorcerers from the caravan.
It was only criminals that were sent to Fort Joy that had source collars on.
You're fine as long as you don't go wandering.
Hey, the law of the order. White Magister Raymond is in charge here. We may be able to trick him into helping us. Blue there. The dwarf Lohar and Driftwood will want to know what happened to the caravan. Find the Wrecker's Cave. A brood of panicking hens lost their eggs.
As long as you stay put, you'll be safe.
Are you sure? Them sorcerers from the caravan?
They'd be daft to come back. And as long as there's no sorcerers, there's no Voidwoken. You're fine as long as you don't go wandering.
Arrowheads.
This town looks peaceful enough.
The town of Driftwood.
Let's find out if looks deceive.
Big bulls. Down here. Oh, chest up there. Okay. He's just stealing. Or was it a store? Trader, okay. More poison fish. Right. It's another sack.
Kingdom, and we will have it back. I won't always be sweeping, I'll be riding horseback. We dwarves had a kingdom, and a proud knight was I won't always be sweeping, for my kingdom I'll die.
Finally done. I speak to you,
The
bull.
chews its cud, ignoring your presence.
I talk to this bull.
The bull looks at you quizzically.
All right.
I don't come visit you, cousin. Wouldn't you like to know?
And the waypoint.
Keeping it together, Bree.
Like Sahela.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget.
Damage fiction along the knowledge of heaven.
Okay. Chat, I'm going to leave it there for now for this game. Here's what I'm going to do. There's no one here, there's no one watching this. So, starting to feel a bit sluggish, maybe with the vaccine. Brain's not quite as focused.
As long as I don't think
Skill
about it
books.
too much.
As what it needs to be for this kind of game, especially this area. There's a lot of Ben does dialogue, that sort of stuff. So we're going to save this here, and we're going to stop playing this for now. We'll come back to it again this week. We are going to do a full playthrough, however long it takes. But there's no viewers at the minute, so what I fancy do is I'm going to sign off for now. Give me 15 minutes or so. I'm going to put up the PlayStation 5, we connect my capture card and that. And then I might try starting Days Gone. Just to see how it goes, because I fancy playing that again. Or we could do Ghost of Tsushima. No, I'm going to fire. Do you know what? I'm going to fire up Days Gone and see how it goes for the next 3 hours or so. We'll get a few hours in that, start it off a new game and see how it goes. Okay, that's the plan. So hang tight. If you're watching on VOD or YouTube, this will be uploaded. If you're watching on there, just skip to the next episode, or the next episode will be up soon if you're watched it and watching this and it's not there yet. So thanks for now, hang tight, and I'll see you very soon. I'm going to end the stream there, but I will be back on live 15 minutes or so with some Days Gone. Okay, I hope to see you there. Bye bye for now.